race, but I was dating outside of my race because they was doing things better than my race. I'm gonna keep it 100. My Spanish, better. Not better, because I know where she getting ready to go. Not better.
I know you said they were doing things better. I wanted to know what better meant.
Not better. I'm gonna change that.
I'm trying to save you for the people, for the culture.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video. We got something pretty good. We got this. I wouldn't say famous actor, but we do got this B-list actor, C-list actor, whatever you want to call him. But he is known for playing Notorious B.I.G. back in, I want to say maybe like 2008, 2007 or whatever, right? But for the most part, he decides to jump on an interview with some lovely sisters, right? With some beautiful sisters. But it takes a turn, right? It kind of takes a turn where your sisters are trying to essentially egg them on in the sense of, hey, well, how do you really, like, I'm assuming the whole situation is, how do you feel about dating women outside your race? How do you feel about the sisters inside of your race? How do you feel about your sisters? How do you feel about black women here in America? So of course that's the issue at the end of the day. And the sad thing about this is he tries to tiptoe, right? He has no choice but to tiptoe. And the sisters know this. The sisters on the couch know this because they, in a sense, try to help him, but at the same time, they try to egg him on. But he tries to tiptoe around saying, hey, well, here's why I prefer dating women outside of my race, right? And of course, your sisters are going to jab at it, going to have a little issue with it. And it's just mighty sad, because what you see at the end, what you see pretty much from the woman's response, from the host's response, is she says, hey, well, do you think it's fair because, a lot of your women don't do that? But see, here's the thing, right? I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10, most of you women on that couch will not go to just a regular Applebee's Texas Roadhouse. They would not, right? Let's just be honest. They would not go to a regular Texas Roadhouse or a regular restaurant on that first date. But your woman on the outside of the race will. And the sad thing about it is, when you look at the caption, because we're going to read the caption, you just see the mindset of the person who even posted the video. I'm gonna put a link down to the description so y'all can go ahead and go check out the video and everything. But for the most part, it's just, as we can see, it's just women being disingenuous. It's women playing a game. It's women being manipulative. That's all this is, because what they're doing in this video is just trying to avoid the real issue. Because as stated, you have many women who try to live that fast and high lifestyle at a young age, at 20-something years of age, that you wouldn't be doing 20-something years ago. But when you look at your 20-year-old women now, once again, they want a higher taste. They want a higher taste than a man can give them, than somebody that their age can give them. That's just a fact. But we're going to ignore that. We're going to avoid that. We're going to avoid women making videos about going to the Cheesecake Factory. Oh, well, I think I'm too good to be going to a Cheesecake Factory.
You've probably seen this video. It's been very shocking, a lot of controversy on social media, but there's a clip from it that hasn't been shared yet, and so I wanted to share that here. Now, if you haven't seen the original, just for a little bit of context, a young woman is taken to the Cheesecake Factory for a first date. She's really upset. She feels like, that's not good enough. So the young man says, okay, totally fair, but I think the date is done, and I'm just going to drop you off at your house. There's been a lot of discussion about this, but I have this footage of when he dropped her off that I think really everyone needs to see.
And what makes me mad is these are the type of women that makes the black community bad, because once again, you have many sisters who think like this.
Race, but I was dating outside of my race because they was doing things better than my race. I'm gonna keep it 100. My Spanish, not better, because I know where she getting ready to go. Not better.
I know you said they were doing things better. I wanted to know what better meant.
Not better. I'm gonna change that.
I'm trying to save you for the
I know you
people,
is. That's
for the
why
culture.
I'm saying not better, for the culture.
There we go.
Right? They were doing way more of what we expect we want our woman to do more than our American. Our American got real comfortable with.
Give me some examples.
Oh man, I mean, their mannerisms are different. I didn't have to really say much to do and be treated like a king. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times with our own American black, they expect so much of us and what we're supposed to do. Like things like, if we go out and eat and we just have a nice dinner We can go anywhere and eat and get a nice dinner. It had to be Rue Chris, or it had to be this, that, or it had to be this, that. Then I get somebody that's just as fine, a Cuban or a Colombian. They don't care about nothing. They care about you and your household. Even though they still care about the money, but it's not about the money. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's a difference. Not better, but sometimes we get tired of hearing, Birkin bags, sushi.
Do you think that's fair? Because I feel like there's a certain type of woman that does demand that. Right. And to me, I think it depends on the bait you're using. And
he's telling you what a man is going through from his point of view. Men who have tons of money. Men who are average are telling you what they're going through, who just have regular money. And guess what? Women are going to dismiss it. As you can hear her say, well, don't you think that's fair? Right? Do you think that's fair to sit up here and put that on other women? Yes, it is very fair, because this is what we are seeing today. This is the reason why the manosphere and the red pill exists, because we see stupidity. We see stupidity. We have women like these sisters on the podcast, like these sisters on the panel, that's trying to be disingenuous. That's all that is. You're being disingenuous. You're trying to avoid the real issue. You're saying, hey, well, give me some examples. Well, if you allow him to speak, allow him to finish what he has to say. But he gives some examples, and of course, you're going to go to the restaurant, and of course, every woman are going to have an issue with that, because this is what we're seeing more of. Once again, he is telling you what he is experiencing from a money standpoint, because he is somebody who is of status. Then when you talk about somebody who's average, they're telling you, well, damn, we go through the exact same thing. We go through the exact same thing. Women have an issue with it. Once again, you cannot have an issue with something that men go through, and men are just only pointing it out. And you obviously see women have an issue with it. So instead of fixing it, as I stated before, as I've stated many times, women rather complain about the issue, even though you communicate it. And women always say you communicate. Y'all men don't communicate. Y'all men don't communicate. You're trying to avoid the real issue. And he's just saying what a man goes through. And then you have average men, right? You have men like him who has money, who has status. He's telling, hey, here's what I'm going through. Average men are saying we're going through the exact same thing. As you see, even with the higher ups, even with these women, they're telling this guy who has tons of money, well, is that fair? Well, is that fair? Because we're talking to the average. We're talking about the average people. Your average man is saying, hey, man, listen, yo, why you think the red pill exists? Why you think the manosphere exists? Because y'all sit up here, because we have women like y'all on the panel being very disingenuous. He sits up here and says, hey, well, listen, let me go ahead and change better, because I see where you about to go with it, lady. I see where you about to go with it. And she said, hey, I'm just trying to dress it up. This is what we are talking about. You have many women that are on that panel who are very disingenuous, like your average women who are just making it by the skin of their teeth. Most of them think the same. And see, here's the thing. I get it. We have sisters. We have sisters who understand how bad this system is. We understand them. And if I can, I would damn tag them. I would sit up here and tag every last one of them that I can sit over here and find, that I can think of. I would tag every last one of them in this damn description, right? Because once again, you have women who are disingenuous, and most of your women are disingenuous, because what this lady is trying to say towards the end of the video is that, hey, you can't put that on. You can't try to blanket all black. You can't try to blanket all sisters. Stop it. Stop it, as if most of your sisters don't think this way, as if most of your sisters don't want more. And the sad thing about it is, he is just simply saying, this is just what men want. Men are simple. And all you can see in the comments that we're about to look over, all you can see is women saying, well, that's BS. Well, we only want y'all men want so much from women, but y'all want to do so less. And that's cap. And they know that's cap. But as I've stated before, we have many women that are on that panel and that you see in the shade room and various other platforms being very disingenuous. That's all they're doing. They're being disingenuous. Let's go ahead and look at these comments. Someone says, black ladies, love you, but you're going to have to listen a bit before taking offense. And he's just alluding to all of those women that were on that panel taking offense. He went on the older chick, She took offense to it because, once again, he had to pivot because, hey, I already know where they about to go with it. Let me go ahead and pivot. And that means he's aware. That means he is aware. He is aware of what's going on in society today. For him to be able to pivot, for him to say, let me take back what I said. Let me take back what I said. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, for him to even say that, now we're here. Now we're here. Now we are here. We are aware that women are very, very sensitive. And as he stated before, Black ladies love you, but you are going to have to listen a bit before taking offense. Most of your sisters take offense. Instead of just taking heed to advice, shout out to our sister, take heed to advice. That's another sister. I'm gonna leave a link to her videos and to her Instagram down below into my description. But once again, you don't rather take heed to advice, you'll rather complain about it. Many women rather complain than just make the change. Giving effort and expecting maximum reward. Yeah, you're right. Many women are giving limited effort and expecting maximum reward. That is the reason why red pill exists. Because many men the times are changing. Women are becoming very bougie. Women are becoming very sassy, very ignorant. And we're just going to avoid this. We're just going to avoid the issues here, which is why she made the comment, giving limited effort and expecting maximum reward. It sounds like she's speaking about Black women. If she's speaking about Black women, then 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, she is speaking the truth. But then somebody else says a Black woman will worship you and make you her king if you just make her feel safe and supported. Stop this nonsense. Okay, well, Mr. Simpy, if that is the case, what men are these women going out to go get? That's my question. If that's the case, what are these women, what type of men are these women going out here to go get? Most of your men are going to make the woman feel safe and secure. So obviously what you're saying is BS, right? Obviously what you're saying is BS because the men are being secure. Men are doing everything they can. Your average man, most of your men, all of your men damn near, are doing everything they can to make sure that the woman is protected, got clothes on the back, got food in the mouth, protecting them. If something goes down, where's the man going to be? If something goes down, where's the man going to be? He's going to be there to defend the woman. Once again, and we're still not even getting worshipped, which is why we have the red pill in the manosphere. Someone else says, plus real hair. Then someone else says, a lot of offended women in the comments. Says a lot. Then someone else says, I didn't have to do much of anything to be treated like a king. Wow. And once again, he is alluding to the fact that he's already bringing something to the table, which is why I stated earlier in the video. He's talking about in the sense of somebody who is already giving you everything. When a woman dates him, what does a woman have to do, people? Literally, what does a woman have to do with him? Nothing. And your Black women in America are not even willing to do that. That's what he's talking about. But once again, so many sisters are missing the point. As this sister here, I didn't have to do much of anything to be treated like a king. Wow. So what you're trying to say is, hey, well, you're saying you didn't have to put in much work? Yeah, I don't, because once again, what I've created over my lifetime is me supporting her. If a woman jumps on my bandwagon, she doesn't have to work for the rest of her life. Are we being realistic here, people? Well, what about your average man? Same case, but at the end of the day, he has to work. He has to work up. He has to work his way up. At the end of the day, you've always had to be with a man who had to work his way up. So why is it any different? So someone else says, now ask the men of other racial groups why they desire Black women, and I bet he'll give a better example. They won't. They won't. Because once again, those sisters still go over there and go do the same BS that they do in the Black community. As we've seen many videos of many sisters getting into some altercations with their white significant other. Let's just be honest here. Another good example is Serena Williams. She decided to go date another white man, and she changed her whole life. I mean, she bleached her skin. I mean, she's over here crip dancing while she has a whole live husband. I mean, I don't know. You tell me, is that literally something that men will want? Why are you going to a concert to go dance, to go make your jealous ex, to go make your ex jealous. Make it make sense, people. Then someone else says, he's lying, but he said what he said. I want to be able to do the bare minimum and be treated like a king. I understand, insane. So someone else goes on to say, just going off these comments from mostly black women, I still can see we still ain't trying to listen to black men. Y'all pretty locked into the choke of it's the men. It's never us. So until y'all ready to listen, this topic is dead. Then somebody else says, bro, spitting straight BS. Then somebody else says, can we stop asking black men why they date outside of their race and just let them? I'd rather them date whoever they choose than trouble a black woman they don't really want. I'm reporting every video I see like this moving forward. This is crazy, right? It's just crazy. But once again, as one of the brothers stated, black women don't want to listen. Black women don't want to listen. Let's go ahead and read the caption. Let's just read the caption alone. And once again, she ain't going to ban this video because they both align. They both align in the views. But any other video that she see where a guy is not aligning with her views, she's reporting it. It's just sad. It's just sad. This is what our community is down to, but this is what we have allowed. So the host goes on to say, these conversations always start with the black woman later on as this discussion progressed. The narrative switched to just women. I would love to give my kitchen table opinion on these types of sit downs. But I will say that American black women, all black women, are beautiful, strong, and intelligent. That's the issue right there. Not all of them are. Not all of them are. But and once again, this is the type of rhetoric that we have that is poisoning our community today. But let's continue. And she goes on to say, and deserve it all just like any other race of women. Once again, not all women deserve it. Not all women deserve it, but this is the type of rhetoric that poisons the community. If she isn't your preference because of mannerism, places to eat, that's okay, but I respectfully request stop speaking on them. Go where you're loved in peace and silently. Thank you. Now, once again, he is just giving an example. The woman says, give an example. He gives an example. Now it's, well, we're just only going to focus on that. See, if you just allow a man to just go down a whole list as to why they don't want to deal with their sisters, as to why they want to be passport bros, as to why they want to go outside of their race, once again, you wouldn't be sitting over here having this caption. But this is how we allow our sisters to think today. So, I mean, y'all let me know down below, man. What do y'all think? I'm kind of under the weather today, but hey, it is what it is. We keep moving forward, and I'm getting a cut. So, hey, do me a huge favor. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, subscribe to the channel.